This is not a good place. A lot of dead trees here. This is not a good place. Cut trees. Somehow it looks beautiful, but not. Let's check. German weather, huh? Yeah, we're in Germany now. We moved here almost half a year ago. Now we live next to an ashram. We came from Romania. Me and my wife, we've been actors in theater, and we gave it all away to move next to an ashram. Why would you give up your career to move in Germany, in a small village next to an ashram? Well, one of the reasons is, the main reason basically, is because we are disciples, devotees of Paramahamsa Vishwananda. He's our spiritual master, and meeting him changed our life. And this is a story of itself that we might share. What I'm trying to share with you now, I've been talking with a God brother about acceptance and gratitude. Many times we are given a gift, and that gift is given with all the heart, you know. People give you a gift, and many years I had this problem not being able to accept the gift, because in our culture in Romania, maybe it's also the Christian background, you are taught to say no. So if someone offers you something, doesn't matter what, you have to say no, please, it's not necessary, no. So you have to refuse somehow. My grandma used to say you have to say no 3 times and then you can say yes, because this is how it's polite. So it's been engraved in my brain that I have to say no before saying yes whatsoever. So the story I wanted to share you is like this. I was I think 10 years old, and I went to, it was right after communism fell in Romania. So we didn't have so much information what's in the West. We had some friends from Germany that were bringing like sweets and toys from Germany, and for us the West was like Disneyland, you know, you don't know what's there, but you want to go. It was so appealing. We saw some magazines and we were like, wow, is this possible? And we had an idea of what things look like, but we never knew what opportunities lie there. So it's a nice spot. A lot of cut trees here, man. Interesting. Such a combination of forest and exploited trees. Anyways, yeah, you can feel a different type of energy here. Where was I? Yeah, with my grandmother. And we went and visited this old lady, a friend of theirs, and this old lady had, how do you call it? She had her fridge full of ice cream. It was summer. And she came with a colorful ice cream on a stick. I never saw that type of ice cream before, because in Romania we had them like a block, like butter, like you buy butter. It's a block of ice cream. Polar, I think it was called. That was all the ice cream, but ice cream on a stick, nobody knew about that. UFOs. So she came with this ice cream, and she offered me an ice cream, and she said, do you want an ice cream? And I saw that colorful piece, and I said, wow. In my mind was like, oh, hell yeah. But my mouth had to utter the phrase, no, thank you, because that was the deal. I pretend I don't want it, you insist, I say no again, you insist some more, and at one point I give up and you give me what you wanted to offer. And when I told her no, she, it's a crossroad, she said, okay, and she put it back in the fridge. And I was like, left hanging there, baffled by the fact that she didn't push so I could receive. And that was a really, really strange thing for me. That was a powerful lesson, because that's how I was taught, that how everybody told me I should act. I should be polite, say no, and that means I'm a well-raised boy, and I should refuse. But this lady took my my answer for granted. That's what I felt. But she really respected my decision. She said, "Oh, you don't want it? It's okay. You don't want my gift? I put it back." And I kept on thinking about that. And at one point, it hit me after many, many years that I was having this habit of not accepting gifts, not accepting what is coming towards me, because I thought it is polite to say no. And it's a trademark of a psychological habit that many people have. They don't, they are so focused on giving. This is the Christian mentality that I was talking about. They are so focused on giving, they forget how to receive. So I think it's really, really, really important for us to learn how to accept, because there comes a time when God comes and gives you a gift and you will say no. And it is God giving you a gift. Why should you refuse God? And the funny thing is that He's giving us that gift every day. Through the fact that we are alive, we wake up in the morning, that's the gift of life. That's the gift of life, that we take it for granted and we don't know what to do with it, because we say, oh, this should happen. You never know if you're going to wake up the next morning. You don't have that certainty. So you saying no to the gift of life, to people coming into your life and offering you even a small thing, even a glass of water, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's important to learn how to accept it. And we don't have to rely on the fact that the gifts that are coming our way are always pleasant. Sometimes that gift comes in the form of losing something, and we don't accept it because we are attached to our conditioning of how our life should be. And it also has to do a lot with the circle of gratitude, because if a person comes to me and offers me a gift and I don't accept it, that person is left hanging. And the beauty of sharing, that for that person might have meant fulfillment of some sort, is taken away from that person because I was humble, I was polite. So I think it's important for us to be aware of these habits, these psychological traits that are learned, are conditioned in our brain, and we are not even aware of them because they are part of our personality. Yeah, it's it's an incredible sight. I'm in the middle of the forest, and it said something in German I didn't understand, but I think it's an area where they are conducting, they're cutting the trees. They're cutting the trees for exploitation, because you see they are all marked, but it's yeah. You see how we cut the forest. We take nature for granted. We say it belongs to us and we can do whatever we want with it. We can build our houses, we can burn the forest, but what do we put back? Maybe here they plant the trees, I don't know, I don't want to judge, but it's so common in our days to take and don't give back. It's not in contradiction with what I was talking about, because we need to find that balance of taking and receiving. If we took this from the earth, we also need to give back. So it's always, you're in the middle to have this balance, because we all know we need to do our duty. We need these resources to heat ourselves, to build our homes, but we also need to give back, plant. So it's this balance that we need to learn. Some people are more on one side, they take too much and they don't give back. Some people give too much and they never take, they never receive. So it's all about balance. This is what our spiritual master always teaches us, balance. And yeah, I was in the crossroad over there and I had to choose which way to go, and it seems like this one was the best. Yeah. Because wherever you go, you have a lesson to learn. Stay grounded and walk straight. See you next time.